Alrighty. So it's been a second since I made like a video. And really what I've been working on this last little bit. So I had my um this day here, most of the positions in my portfolio were liquidated just by stop losses getting hit. And so I've been on this sort of kick, or not kick, but I've been trying to basically run an experiment. So that's what this playground is for. And so I'm trying to hold 20 stocks. Usually I hold about 10, like between like 5 and 10 stocks. So this is a lot more, and I'm having to I put like $500 in each one, like substantially less money. But I have more than double the number of holdings. So what I did is I made the ticker list. I'll have like the day list or the day gain loss and day risk, like the total amount risked. But you can see each trade here, and I've got every one. So I'll run through them. But this is just sort of, I guess I'm just curious to see how this goes. I'm just trying something out. And worst comes to worst is I just get stopped out and lose a couple $100. Like it's really not the end of the world. But so serve, you can see the setups, and I'll actually post the link to this playground sheet in the description if you want to like take a look at everything. But I should have stats for everything, and I'm just sort of curious to see honestly more using it as just like a study to see what works and what doesn't, and just get a little bit more crystal clear on that. So this is serve. 21 support. We're above VWAP for earnings. We have some pretty low volume areas here. I got in just for the break over this, so I would assume that within the coming days we break through this level. I don't think I'm gonna free roll any positions during this. And I don't know that I like necessarily have time or want to run through every single setup because they're all going to look vaguely similar. But we can see, okay, hello, very similar thing. So got in up here for this range, and I thought that we would just sort of break through this level, but had another down day, and we had some really good 10 EMA support above VWAP. So feeling pretty good about that. We have MLYS, which sort of a hard chart to see, but very similar pattern. Stop under VWAP. We have very good 10 EMA support. This thing has been on a fucking roll. It just does not want to go down. We've had some market pressure here in the last couple days, so this has actually been pretty interesting. CDE, this is gold, precious metal mining, exact same thing. We had a really good day today, actually. Like this is looking like a charm. CIFR, Bitcoin, and data centers, same thing. We had that B-shaped volume profile. We've got loads of low volume in here where it'll be supported. Stop loss is just under VWAP and under 10 EMA. And VSAT, very same thing. So I won't run through them, but they all look like that. And then you can see the ticker list right here. So I have 20 total holdings right now, and yeah. So we can see that like the total amount that I'm risking here is $725. If every single stock that I just bought and every single stock in my portfolio just hit a stop loss, like that's how much money I would lose, which really isn't the end of the world. So that's about like 9% of the money that I'm putting in. I put in just shy of like 8,200-ish dollars. So I'd only be losing about 10% of that. And then, so these are some of my stats through September and October, sort of the best months that I've been trading recently. So average trade time is 6 days. The average value has been about 1,000. So I'm like right around half that, which is going to be interesting. And then, so my average win throughout that time was 11, almost 12%, and about $80. And then the average loss is 5%, and about $50. So the maximum loss that I'm gonna take here is under my average win. So it's sort of asymmetric in that regard, and that's sort of interesting. And I think that gives me a little bit more conviction on everything. And because it's such a small position, I don't think I'm gonna free roll. I think I'm just gonna pretty aggressively manage my stop losses, and I'll update everything onto here as that happens. But yeah, man, I'm very curious for this challenge. I'm saying challenge like I got put up to it or something like that, but I'm just, I guess, experiment. So yeah, I think I want to start recording each of my trading sessions, although all of this is done with buy orders. So I I'm sure I can put pictures of that up on the screen, but yeah, the ticker diversity, like the distribution, it's very, very even. So one of the main things that I want to do about this is just sort of look at how diversification affects the portfolio and see sort of like on days where like the Nasdaq is down or like QQQ is down, where technology's just having a bad day, to see how sort of like the other stuff like precious metals and aerospace and defense can maybe like back up the portfolio in that. So yeah, I'm really just curious about this, and I'm trying to take as many statistics as possible. And honestly, if you guys have any like anything else that you would want to see for the like during this, for like you want me to analyze a certain metric, like let me know, drop a comment. I'll feel like I'm totally free to do that. This is sort of the whole goal of this is just to aggregate data and be very precise about that. So uh, yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. I these are inputted manually because I think that like Yahoo Finance and Google Sheets and everything, like they just do a really terrible job at labeling like what the company actually does. So I like went through and looked up each one to be a little bit more clear. So which was also nice because it meant that like I actually have a fair like an understanding of what each company does, which I think is interesting and sort of helps you stay rational and make decisions and sort of see like how news might affect something. But yeah, so like as of right now, this is what we're looking like. Cores is up 7% in the post market. I actually don't. I actually do not know what that's about. Huh. Okay. So some developments in company. What does Bitcoin look? Bitcoin's sort of on the rise. Okay. Cool. Very, very interesting. We'll interested to see how tomorrow plays out. Interested to see how the rest of the week plays out. I'd say that my biggest loser today was QBTS. Fucking quantum stocks have been raking me over the coals recently, and they're really pissing me off. But then we had some good shit like within the Bitcoin miners and stuff. So Turn and VSAT, which are like electronic technology and health, did pretty good. LUMN, Lumen. Communications company had a very, very good day today. Such a strong close on that. Very stoked. MLYS, very good. Okay, LO had such great support that I'm honestly like I couldn't be happier about that. That's great. Um, so yeah, that's where we're standing on everything. There were a couple like honorable mentions that I had basically. So I currently have I currently have a little bit of cash right now. I have enough cash for two more stocks. So I think I'm gonna add either I want to add either the uranium, like these three are looking very, very interesting to me, especially ABAT, and just like there's so many things that are setting up. LEU, but I already have some shit in there. MP would have been nice. More metals. I think that precious metals are gonna be sort of a big one. Like if I get stopped out on this, I'll just keep buying it. So yeah, I think quantum just had a bad day today. BTU is looking good. Yeah, like all of these look great, but UAMY, USAR, UUU, and ABAT are like my top four for tomorrow. And I'm gonna try and see how we can get everything rolling for that. I'll probably end up just looking up some like looking at financials and stuff like that to make a decision, but I'm leaning towards USAR, UAMY just because they have such a high volume, such a high interest right now. But uranium would also be nice because it would sort of complement the nuclear in the portfolio. But yeah, I don't have a ton else to say. I appreciate it, and yeah, hope it was insightful. Um, yeah, I'll continue to update and we'll see how this develops.